All right, so Maxine Waters was just fooled by some Russian pranksters about a phone call with with Greta Thunberg, involving Greta Thunberg, I guess I should say, and they are pretending to be Greta Thunberg basically and Trump. And Maxine Waters fell for it, just head over heels. And this is kind of one of those things where it leads into the religious, basically, crusade against Trump. I swear to God, this isn't the first time. If you remember Adam Schiff, he was also pranked by some Russian pranksters. In fact, it was the same Russian pranksters. Those who don't know their history are doomed to repeat it. And they had said that, oh, we got all these nude photos of Trump and this and that and this and that, and Schiff fell for it too. But the underlying point is this. This crusade against Trump is like a religious crusade. It just seems like it. And I'm a registered Democrat, okay? I'm a Democrat. My father has always been a very staunch Republican. He and I discuss things, and we've had our disagreements, and we've had our arguments, and this and that. But anymore nowadays, lately, the views of the Republicans are a lot more grounded, at least in reality, than the Democrats. The Democrats have reached this like fever pitch of anything against Trump, and if anything is against Trump, whoosh, it gets skyrocketed and it gets believed, and it's like, yes, obviously that's true. Obviously that's true. It's kind of this thing where they have gotten to this point where people live in a bubble, one side or the other side. There's plenty of people that are open-minded like you guys. That's why you're watching my channel, because you are of an open mind and you want to hear a dissenting opinion, because I definitely don't hold back my opinion, and I understand a lot of times my opinion is not a popular opinion, but I base my opinions upon what I believe are the facts, which is what I encourage. Hear differing opinions and figure out what the truth is. What do you believe your truth is? Hear someone else's opinion of what they believe the truth is, and somewhere in the middle there you can shed some bad ideas and get a better truth and a better grasp of what's going on. And in my opinion, I have seen the Democrats go from this moderate stance that I agreed with, and I was a registered Democrat, and I still am, and a central, moderate, centrist pretty much, to somehow not knowing where I am, because the Democrats have reached this fever pitch of anything bad with Trump is believed. So they believe this first thing, and they live in this bubble where they want confirmation. They don't want to hear dissenting opinions. They want to hear affirmation. They want to preach to the choir, and they want to surround themselves with people who believe the same. And the funny thing is, when people join a new religion, when people first join a new religion, they are the most staunch people in that religion. And they surround themselves with people of the same belief to uphold their own ideas of the religion. And once you believe one thing, and then it's easier to believe the next thing, and then the next thing, and all of a sudden, we reach this point here. And I wonder where the moderates are. Where are the moderates? I mean, here's my philosophy. I can't believe Maxine Waters fell for this. Let's read this a little bit, and we'll go into the absurdity of it. The California Congresswoman Maxine Waters has become the latest U.S. politician to be fooled by Vladimir Vovan, Kuznetsov, and Alexei Lexus. They have a radio station. Russian pranksters alleged to have ties to security forces. In a 10-minute phone call carried out last year and posted to the pranksters' YouTube page, sorry, not a radio station, YouTube page. I don't know why I said radio station. I think it is a YouTube station, but it's also a radio station. This week, the senior Democrat thinks she is speaking to the 17-year-old Swedish climate crisis protester, Greta Thunberg, as part of a series called Stars Save the Earth. I can't believe she fell for this. So let's get down to the meat and potatoes of what the alleged phone call was. A Thunberg impersonator says, this is to Maxine Waters, "It is terrible what Trump is doing. I can't eat or sleep." Wait, hold on. Okay. It is terrible what Trump is doing. I can't eat or sleep when I see him on TV. I know, a horrible Greta Thunberg impersonation. Oh, stop. It was terrible to meet him in the UN building. I have nightmares about it. Dun dun dun. I mean, you can almost hear the evil music in the background softly going in and out as Maxine Waters hears this damning phone call of this sweet 17-year-old Swedish girl versus the Orange Man. Dum bum bum. We can call the movie Orange Man bad. Nightmares of the Thunberg. I don't know. I'm being silly. She then details a supposed exchange with Trump though in fact the encounter only involved Thunberg staring at Trump as she passed by. According to the pranksters' version of the event, Trump told Thunberg, "You'll never achieve your goals, like those congressional fools who accuse me." Okay. If something fits the narrative too well, it is a big red flag. It's like Jussie Smollett, or Je suis Smollett. It is a French name, Je suis Smollett, right? Jussie Smollett, when he supposedly got attacked. And from the very beginning, I was making videos and posting them on YouTube saying, no, this fits the narrative too well. There's no way this happened. It is too perfect. It's like that good old saying, if something is too good to be true, it probably isn't. If something fits someone's narrative and someone's calling you and they have this thing and it just hits all the bells and whistles for your narrative, stop. Say, wait a second. Really? This fits every bell that I've been looking for? This is the holy grail, the missing link that I've been looking for? Stop. Something is not right because it's too perfect. I can't believe Maxine Waters fell for this, except for the fact that it has become a religion in which you must believe a certain way, and anything that fits your narrative, you must propagate. You must believe it, and you must propagate it. Stop! Let's all be moderate. Let's take a step back and be like, okay, hold on, wait. What is going on? Stop these wheels before they get too bad. I mean, good Lord. Let's continue. I tell you the truth. I really wanted to push the Ukraine president to put my competitor on trial, and he would go to trial with you, with a bunch of Democrats. I would have a separate cage for you all. Good Lord, come on! She's believing that this would, I mean, God, you can almost see him twirling his mustache, and I tell you the truth, little girl. I really wanted to push that Ukraine president to put my competitor on trial. I would have a separate cage for all of you. Come on! What part of that makes any kind of logical sense as being a real conversation? I can't believe that it has become such a part of the Democratic narrative that they would believe the stupidest, craziest things if it fits their narrative. Living in a bubble, an echo chamber, preaching to the choir. They're not looking for truth. They're not looking for fact. They're looking for a vendetta. A religious crusade is what it seems like it has become. And yes, I'm being hyperbolic. I'm putting it to its natural, absurd conclusion. It is what it has become. That's why I look at the Democrats like, have you lost your minds? Please come back to the middle. You know, we miss you. What the hell? This is absurdity. And it only gets worse. I'm baffled at how they could possibly... Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Stomp a little louder, why don't you? Anyways, let me know your opinion. Because right now I am politically homeless, and maybe I'm being too critical, but it just seems like the Republicans have become more grounded in reality, as a whole, in general. Are there absurd Republicans? Yes. But I'm not talking about the far right, or I'm not talking about the far left. I'm talking about what, within the parties, they consider their own middle-ish right, middle-ish left, which neither side is middle, centrist, moderate anymore. Honestly, it's not. But the Democrats have, just gone into space. And they believe things that just are absurd. Some of them believe, like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, that the world is an altruistic world and we can just snap our fingers and say, kill all cows and tear all buildings down and let's just build them up according to the new code and we'll just get rid of gasoline and we'll make everything battery powered, let alone what do you do with the batteries when they die? You throw them in the landfill and then we've got billions of batteries in a landfill and that's worse for the environment than what we're doing right now. So you see, every solution has its own set of problems. There is no such thing as a perfect solution. No matter what we do, there is going to be some sort of negative result. And people need to realize that there isn't this puppy dogs and rainbows and I don't know. Give me your opinion. I had to get this out there because I just feel like it's just absurdity. People, how could she believe this? I read it and I'm like, this is absurd. The first two sentences and I would have been like, yeah, I don't think so. This doesn't sound right. And that's what I encourage you guys to do. Educate yourselves. Don't live in a bubble. Listen to dissenting opinions. If I'm wrong, you tell me your opinion because your opinion matters to me. I don't want to have bad opinions. I want to have good ideas. I want to be informed. I want to know what's going on in the world so that way I can make better decisions. And the more that all of us as a whole are better informed, the better decisions we can make for our nation as a whole. And the better we're off altogether. Rising tide raises all boats, if you will, on an intellectual level, I suppose. But give me your thoughts on this. I have ranted quite long enough, and this video is going to take hours to make because YouTube hates me, and I will have to probably delete it and change the title and do this and that, and nothing will work, and it will still come up limited. But if I listed the title as something like Trump is the devil, bet you it didn't have any problems. Just saying. Give me your thoughts on this. I will see you guys on the next one. I ranted way long.